Welcome back to another TARISLAND video. I've filmed a podcast style discussion about the game with 888. I'll leave all of his channel links and stuff in the description down below. And we've cut it up into like little different sections to make various different videos as we talk about all the different parts of the game that we enjoy so far or don't enjoy, or things we want to see improved, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, let us know what you think in the comment section down below if you like this style of content, almost like a mini podcast style. Yeah, comment section down below for all that kind of stuff. If you like the kind of content that we're talking about as well, or even if you massively disagree, feel free to drop a like on the video, subs, all that kind of stuff, and we'll keep making more content. Yeah, if you want to carry on the discussion further as well about TARISLAND and watch me play the game live, I stream over on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday around about 5 or 6 p.m. BST UK time.
The only reason that I think the game could potentially kill itself is if it moves away from the model that it uses currently and tries to push more towards a pay-to-win model.
Yeah, we can go into that now then if you want then. So like we've already both agreed. So far we're 2 weeks into the game. We, you know, in terms of the pay-to-win in this game, I've not spent a penny. You've not spent a penny. Have you been limited whatsoever by not spending any money in this game in terms of content or progression?
No, and I think when it comes to it, I think the only way that I can see that you're going to benefit, I don't see the benefit to paying anything. The things that you like, I discovered through you sort of explaining to me, but the gems that you get when you buy with real life money can be traded for like in-game gold that can be used on the auction house, but the items that you buy on the auction house are never as good as the items you get from the raids.
Yep.
So, and the items that you also buy on the auction house you can buy with in-game tokens that you get from doing the dungeon. So everything is possible to get through playing the game, and if you're going to buy all the items, you then don't do the content in the game, so effectively you're not playing the game. So the pay-to-win model, yes, it is there, but it's not at the same time. And I've been looking around all over, like, just to try and find a reasoning why that pay-to-win would be winning as such. And like, you've not really touched on the PvP, but even doing like PvP arenas and stuff, like, you can't use potions, you can't, everyone's stats gets evened, you can't, like, do you know what I mean? There's no benefit to having that extra money spent on the game. And to yeah, I don't know, have you noticed anything?
No, I think like what you said there, it's kind of used almost as a catch-up mechanic if you wish. So your gear in this game, like you said, you can do your dungeons and your raids and then you get the rewards. You can salvage bits of your gear and then you can use the tokens, again in-game tokens, to then roll more pieces of dungeon gear. And then the other way of doing it is if you come into that game fresh, for example, you'd have to get up to level 40 to be able to use all this gear. But yeah, you get your real life money. You'd buy the in-game gems. I can't remember what they're called, the blue looking gems. And then with those gems, the only thing you can do with them, other than roll for skins, which again, fair enough, is to sell those gems on the trading post. But the trading post has its own set of currency, like gold, if you like. And then this gold, you can't do anything else with it. So you can't sell all of your trading items. Let's say you're crafting your ingots or whatever. You make your trading post money, and then those gems can be sold for trading post money only. You can't sell it for the silver, for example, to upgrade your gear, which you use for other ways. So it's kind of like it's linear, like you said, or it's back and forth. You can only put your real money into buying the gems, which you then sell on the trading post. Other players who earn money on the trading post by selling in-game items can then buy your gems, and with that, for example, you can unlock the weekly or the monthly subscription, which then does give you slight bonuses. I'll be honest, nothing crazy. I've not seen anything ridiculous in the, you know, the monthly subscription model where if you pay that for 89, I think it is in English currency, it's not crazy. You know what I mean? Like when you're crafting, you use a little bit less resources, use a little bit less of that vigor, and you get slightly more dungeon chest drop. So then you've got more of those empowerment. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, the empowerment runes.
Yeah, runes. That's it. Yeah. So it's not as bad. Look, it's as bad as a WoW token. It's similar, as in like you buy your WoW token with real life money, and then you get the in-game currency, your gold or silver. But that you can then do whatever you want in the game with that. Do you know what I mean? You can buy yourself into raids with the gold DKP or whatever that's called. Whereas with this one, all you can do if you buy the gems is get trading post gold and then buy items off the trading post. So but all you're doing there is feeding the crafters in the game who need people to sell stuff to. So I don't really see that being as like a massive pay to win, or you can slightly speed up you getting yourself a little bit of gear. But then, like you said, when you actually do the dungeons and the raids, that gear is better. You can't get these set items from buying real life currency into gold. You can't get the perked items. You can just get, well, you can get slight perks on them, but nothing crazy.
I think the only bit that I really think is a pay to win is the battle pass, because you get some of the arcane dust through doing the battle pass. So you can get your skill point thing. I can't think what they're called now off the top of my head. The talent tree.
Yeah.
You get the dust to spend on that. But again, like, I mean, like anything, yes, it is pay to win, and yes, you can sort of get ahead a little bit quicker than other people, but is it really going to make that much of a difference? I don't think it does. You know, I've not spent anything on the game, and I've not gone into a arena, or I've not gone into a battleground or a dungeon or anything, and been so far behind that these people are like gods running around just killing everyone, like, or, you know, getting a million miles ahead on damage meters or anything like that. Like, I've not noticed anyone to be a pay to win god. Like, have you?
No, because you've already mentioned, you go into PvP. Whether you like this system or not, that's for the PvP heavy players inside, not me. I'm appreciate PvP, but all your sort of like gears and stats and kind of things are pretty much leveled until you then level up in PvP, and then you become like a higher scale PvP player. But so for that, you can't buy your gear and then you're better in PvP, because the only way to get better in the PvP is to play more and win more. And then in PvE, like we said, when you go to dungeons and raids, that gear is better than anything you can buy off the trading post. So at worst, maybe you can get into some of the higher level dungeons a little bit quicker. If you want, is that winning? In my opinion, no, because then you're playing less of the content, and therefore you're a worse of a player. If you take two players, you take two twins, they both start the game on the same day. One guy goes full, again, pay to win. They buy all of the tokens, they sell it on the trading post, they buy all the gear, they get into those raids quicker than you do. Well, instantly they're not going to know the game, they're not going to understand the class, they're going to be a poor performer, they might get kicked out if there's the odd toxic raid leader. Whereas the guy who doesn't spend anything on the game learns the game better, has more experience in the game, learns the character more, learns the rotations, the skills more, and stuff like that. So I honestly don't think it's pay to win. I people might say, you're saying that because you're playing the game and you're making content on the game, but if it was pay to win, if I could become a way better player by putting £5 in, £10 in, maybe I'd give it a go. I don't really like pay to win, so I probably wouldn't, but maybe I would. But right now I look at it and go, yeah, well, what's the point? Like, I'm not going to benefit really. So
no, but that's the same this end. I think the only thing that I've ever really, I keep sort of contemplating and looking at is getting the battle pass, but I don't see the benefit to it. You get some lucky coins, but I don't need the lucky coins because I've already got all the gear. I don't, like I can't think what the skill tree is called now, but inbound skill tree, something like that. I'm still like, I'm level 35, 36 or something. Like, I'm pretty high, and when I look at other people's stats and look at other people's, the amount of points that they've put into the tree, most of them are sitting at like 31. So I think I've not spent anything, and I'm still pretty much up the top end of what everyone's got to offer. So yeah, pay to win model, I will probably won't be putting any money into it unless there's a skin or something like that I think, oh yeah, that looks really cool. But yeah, aside from that, I can't see why I would be spending any money.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And if anyone doesn't know as well, anyone who's not already jumped into the game, the battle pass actually works very, very similar to New Worlds. So you've got 2 tracks, level 1 to, I presume, 100. I've not even scrolled that far. But there's 2 sides of the track, free for everybody. You get, your bits and bobs of rewards as you level it up. Or you've got like the paid side, so you can get like a paid version of the battle pass and get even more rewards. Completely optional. Do you know what I mean? If I've seen loads of people, I've not seen anything dramatic on the paid side where you're like, oh my god, like you need to pay for the paid side of the battle pass. You need to pay for the monthly subscription in order to like get the battle pass to go up a little bit quicker. You need to do all this or you're gonna fall behind. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just, do you get some slight mini perks and bonuses? Slight, yes. Is the biggest sort of I don't know how you call it, the what would you even call it? Basically, how this game makes their money, really, is by selling big, dramatic skins. If you look at some of the player models in the game, hopefully we can get some recordings of this and put it on screen now, but you'll get your standard player, who looks a little bit better because they've got all the raid gear on, so you're all purple right now. Or you got the guys with the big wings and the flying... You know what I mean? Like, they look better. And that's how this game's going to make their money, is by selling these big, dramatic skins that do make you stand out and do make you look good in the game. But you don't benefit, like, those costumes that you wear, you know, don't give you improved stats or anything like that. So, pay to win, I think, is a bit over the top with this game. In terms of, like, people saying it's pay to win, there's like a 5 or a 8% gain, maybe, if you pay a lot of money in this game, but nothing crazy. Nothing that's going to stop me playing, because Wales are outperforming me.